The UP police and the farmers have come to an agreement. Remember, the farmers were holding on for the cremation of the four bodies, saying that they will not cremate the bodies till the time justice was met. And now there seems to be a truce formula that has been derived. UP government has announced a probe and compensation. ADG Law and Order has said the government has promised 45 lakh compensation for the dead and also 10 lakh for those who are injured. Investigation will now be done. FIR has already been filed by the families of the deceased, and the farmers are now, after this, the government is hoping will call off their agitation. Also, the farmers saying as of this moment that they would want a probe in this matter, and at the moment the agreement is that a former judge will be heading this probe as well. Let's quickly bring you the reactions of Rakesh Tikayat and the ADG Law and Order on what he said. But before that, let's cut across to Alok Pandey now, joining us on the phone line. Alok, could you tell us more about this truce that has been met?
Well, it's been about 1.5 hours since the truce happened. I believe that the Additional Director General of Police in Uttar Pradesh, Prashant Kumar, and Farmer Leader Prashant Tikayat held a joint press conference. They have reached an agreement of 4 or 5 points, one of them being 45 lakh compensation for each of the deceased. Inquiry headed by a High Court judge. I don't know if that's a retired High Court judge or a serving judge, but that's what they have agreed upon. And they've also agreed that the FIR that has been registered by the kin of those who died will be acted upon in full legal terms. And beyond that, they are also saying that, they have called off the agitation that was happening at Ground Zero where the incidents and the events took place yesterday. So those are the broad contours of the agreement. And by and large, it does appear that at least right now, things are going to return to some sort of normalcy. I don't like myself saying that because 8 people have died and their deaths are terrible and there needs to be accountability for it. But the only silver lining, if I can say so, is that it hasn't worsened. There's been no fresh violence, there's been no fresh tension, so to say, and that they have managed to resolve at least some points through dialogue. And of course, this is going to take a political turn in the next few days because this is something that is a very serious incident. For now, it appears that things are relatively calmer.
Right. Alok, then the heart of the entire matter and why the bodies were not being cremated as well was said to be that they wanted action against the minister's son. Now, we understand that his name has been mentioned in the FIR, but we just heard from the minister himself, Ajay Mishra, saying that he has not been served any notice. Nobody has questioned him. According to him, there is no police action or even an FIR against him or his son. What exactly is the farmer's stand on the matter now?
There is an FIR against the son. It's a murder FIR and an FIR of death due to negligence. There is no FIR against the MP right now. The initial demand of the farmers was that they wanted the MP also to be within the ambit of that FIR. But it appears that there has been a climb down, like I said. The agreement that has been reached has been about the police investigating the case in all legal terms. So it does appear that there has been a little bit of give and take from both sides. As of now, the name is most certainly there in the FIR, the murder FIR. But yes, you are absolutely right in saying that there has been no arrest. And one waits to see how these legal proceedings take.
And they've agreed to cremate the bodies as well?
Yes, the agitation there has been called off. The bodies will first go for a postmortem. And once the postmortems are over, then they will be cremated. Also, do remember that 4 other people died. One of them was a journalist. So I was just at the residence of the journalist. And the family claims that he died while trying to report the events that were happening yesterday. And the administration has promised that family justice also. And his body will also be cremated in a while. Still a while ago, his body was on the main road as the family members said agitation, but that agitation has also been called out.
All right, Alok Pandey there giving us a quick update on what's happening on the ground in Lakhimpur Kheri. There things seem to be under control as of this moment. No further escalation of tension as a dialogue finally that was happening between the farm union leaders, that is Rakesh Tikayat, and the ADG Law and Order in UP. They seem to have come to a truce formula, and the details of which Alok was just telling you. Let's listen in from both Mr. Tikayat and the ADG.
गिरफ्तारी में भी बड़ी FIR भी सारी चीजें हुई है और पैसे की भी घोषणा हुई है 45 लाख रुपया और तक उनके परिवारों को मिलेगी।
न्यायिक जांच इस पूरे प्रकरण की हाई कोर्ट के वरिष्ठ रिटायर्ड जज के द्वारा कराई जाएगी और जो भी मृतक हैं उनको 45 लाख रुपए का प्रति व्यक्ति मुआवजा सरकार के द्वारा दिया जाएगा और घायलों को 10 लाख रुपए का अनुदान शासन के द्वारा दिया जाएगा। इसके अतिरिक्त जो भी आदमी मृतक हैं उनके घर के एक व्यक्ति को उसके योग्यता के अनुसार नौकरी दी जाएगी।